Hello everyone! Today, we're looking back at a hidden gem from the legendary band's discography,遠い日のNostalgia, or Nostalgia of Distant Days. First released in 1993 on the multi-platinum album Yuraru Omoi, this song was never a primary A-side single, yet it remains one of the most beloved tracks among fans. In fact, it was voted onto the 1999 Request Memorial album by popular demand. Written by the late Izumi Sakai, the lyrics are a beautiful example of mono no aware, a deep feeling for the fleeting nature of things. Through cinematic imagery of starlit skies and old photo albums, Sakai captures the unfinished feeling of a love that didn't end in drama, but simply faded into the past. As your narrator, I invite you to join me in revisiting the 90s soft rock melodies and the unspoken words that still sleep within this timeless classic. Let's begin our journey into the nostalgia of distant days.
You know, some songs are just different. They're not just music, they're more like time machines. They can zap you right back to a specific feeling, a specific memory, or maybe even a quiet regret you've held onto. Today, we're going to talk about one of those songs. A track that just perfectly captures that universal feeling of looking back on a time and maybe some words that are gone forever.
Just think about it for a second. Is there a conversation you wish you'd had? A feeling you never got out? I think we all have them, right? Those unspoken phrases that just kind of hang out in the back of our minds. It's such a deeply human thing, and it's right at the heart of the song we're diving into today.
Wow, that one line, it just holds a lifetime of what-ifs, doesn't it? Today we're going to unpack why this song,遠い日のNostalgia, which means Nostalgia of a Distant Day, by the legendary Japanese band ZARD, hits so hard for so many people.
All right, so first things first, let's get to know the song itself and the powerful emotion it's literally named after. And this song just nails this definition. See, nostalgia isn't just about a sweet, fuzzy memory. If you look at the roots of the word, it actually means a painful homecoming. It's that ache you feel when you go back to a place in your mind that you can never, ever physically return to. And that beautiful, aching space, that's exactly where this song lives.
What's so brilliant about the lyrics is that this isn't some story about a huge dramatic breakup or a tearful goodbye. No, it's something way more common and honestly, kind of more haunting. It's about a connection that just faded. It drifted apart. This captures a very specific idea in Japanese culture called mono no aware. This sort of gentle sadness for how fleeting everything is. It's not a tragedy, it's just bittersweet.
That idea of gentle sadness really sets the mood. But to truly get it, we need to zoom in on the specific story being told through these amazing lyrics.
Right away, the song just paints this incredible picture. It doesn't just say, "Hey, I remember you." It pulls you into a real moment. The sun is setting, the air is still a bit chilly from winter. It's the very beginning of spring. You can almost feel that cold wind on your face, can't you? It's that kind of cinematic detail that makes the memory feel so real, so cherished.
But, you know, like with any real nostalgia, this beautiful memory is sort of shadowed by something that feels incomplete. You find out the singer is holding on to the secret, this moment where they didn't speak up, and it's clearly been weighing on them ever since.
And boom, there it is. This is the haunting question at the very core of the song. This is the word sleeping in the chest from that first line we heard. What was the mistake? What needed forgiving? We never find out. And honestly, that's the whole point. The fact that the question can never be answered is what keeps the past so alive and unresolved. When you put it all together, the song just perfectly captures that strange, complicated feeling of looking back with a mix of regret and, well, a quiet acceptance. It's that sting of realizing someone who used to be your entire world is now basically a stranger. But it's also about understanding, as an adult, that it's just too late to change things. It's a profoundly mature and relatable feeling.
But look, to really get to the soul of this song, you absolutely have to know the person who wrote these words. So let me introduce you to Izumi Sakai. Now, ZARD might have started as a group project, but it very quickly became all about her. She was the face, she was the voice, and most importantly, she was the sole lyricist. Every single word you hear in a ZARD song, it came directly from her mind, her heart.
Sakai-san was famously private. I mean, she was really uncomfortable in the spotlight, almost never appeared on TV. And maybe because she stepped away from all that celebrity noise, she became this incredible observer of human emotion. She poured all of that focus, all that energy into her work. And her deeply sensitive, detailed, and introspective personality, it's just all over her lyrics. And get this, she was a total perfectionist about her words. People who worked with her said she would be revising her lyrics constantly, right up until the final recording was done, just searching and searching for that one perfect word to capture an exact feeling. You can really hear that dedication in every single song. And don't just take my word for it. In one of her very few live shows, she said this herself. For her, this was never just about writing hit songs. It was a mission. She truly believed language was this sacred tool for connecting with people. And that deep respect is exactly why her words have touched millions.
So that brings us to the bigger picture. We've got this beautiful, heartfelt song and this incredibly dedicated artist. But why does this one specific track hold such a special place in the hearts of so many fans? Okay, here's the part of the story that might just blow your mind.遠い日のNostalgia was never a big promoted single. It wasn't all over the radio. It was just a song tucked away on an album. Its legacy, its fame, it all grew completely organically just because it connected so deeply with people who heard it.
I mean, let's put this in context. ZARD debuts in '91, and by 1993, they have just exploded. The album this song is on sold over 2 million copies. This was the same year they had these massive culture-defining hits that everyone in Japan knew. And yet, 6 years later, when it came time to put out a fan-voted Best Of album, this quiet little album track was one of their top choices. That just speaks volumes. Take a look at this number, 9. What does it mean? This is the record ZARD holds in Japan for the most consecutive albums to sell over 1 million copies. 9. In a row. That is a staggering achievement that has never been matched since. And that record, it isn't just about being popular. It proves that fans weren't just buying the singles they heard on TV. They were buying the entire albums because they wanted to live inside the worlds that Izumi Sakai was creating with her words. They trusted her artistry completely.
So what is it? What makes this song and ZARD's music as a whole so enduring? What is that echo that just keeps going?
Well, this song is pretty much the perfect example of the ZARD magic. The music itself is so often bright, it's melodic, it's got that clean 90s pop rock energy, but just beneath that upbeat surface, there's always this deeply thoughtful, often sad lyrical core. It's music that sounds optimistic but feels pensive, and that combination, it's just so powerful and completely timeless.
So, I guess I'll just leave you with this final thought, which brings us all the way back to where we started. This song gives a voice to all those unspoken words and unresolved memories. It's a reminder that every single one of us carries our own distant days around with us. So the real question is, in your heart, what sleeping song of nostalgia is waiting to be heard?